I'd say my first experience with marine life was just going to the beach as a kid. Like growing up kind of South Massachusetts, it was easy to get to a local beach and find hermit crabs or starfish kind of right at your fingertips. So it was a really great experience to get to know the ocean. My name is Jordan Baker. I'm an aquarist here at the New England Aquarium, specifically in local theming here. Usually I come in the morning before we're open, and then I'll clean our tanks up and kind of aesthetically make them nice while checking on animals and making sure all our equipment's working great. From there, I start to feed and maintain all of our exhibits. It can be busy. We plan very precariously to make sure that their tanks are really well suited for their environment. My day-to-day can get kind of boring with like using tape measures all day to measure life support components. I start to take for granted like the really true eccentricity of it all, where you're feeding an octopus and kind of wrestling it to get its daily care regime done with. Currently we have Taco, who's a 2-year-old male octopus, and he's really exciting and fun. I suppose there's always a bit of sentimentality with the first octopus you've taken care of, so that was Rudy for me, and that was really fun and kind of shows you the way of taking care of them, which is always really special to learn. I think octopuses are interesting because not a lot of things are known about them as a fact. There's kind of still mysteries about how their brain works and how a lot of their biology interacts with each other, and understanding very basic things is hard to define as a fact. I find that kind of fascinating, and then just working with them is a challenge, and you get to know each individual really well, which you don't get to say for a lot of really big groups of animals. We've always cared for octopuses and have like kind of a funny routine because they need to be in a secure enclosure because they're kind of clever compared to other fish and invertebrates, where they can escape or try to like kind of mess with things in other aquariums. That's happened, but here we have like a tight ship, so I'm hoping that it hasn't happened. There was one time during COVID, I remember I like left my radio within distance of them being able to like latch onto it. And I was distracted and kind of tired, so I like was looking away, and that octopus actually snuck around my view and like took that radio and sank it. It was fine. I ended up finding it a day later, sunk in the tank, so. It's pretty rewarding. Sometimes I'll go out front and I'll interact with some guests, and usually it's like a young child who's like really enthused with our exhibits and kind of has their face like plastered up against the tank glass, and you know, getting to know all the animals. And that's really important because empathy is something you can only learn by experiencing, and by providing kind of a clean, safe environment that is trusted to like create that connection is really important. And it's nice to see when you're looking at a very innocent like child who's enjoying it. The aquarium, in 3 words, I would probably say magical. There's a lot of interesting moments there. Say thorough. It's always something to do. And I'd say classic. This is one of the oldest aquariums in the country, and not a lot of people know that.